So guys, I've spent about 4 to 5 weeks with this tablet, and I can tell you 6 reasons why I think you should get it and a couple of reasons why you may not want to get it. Let's get right into it. And first, it is one of the most powerful Android tablets that you can get right now. In fact, it's got the same Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chip which you get in flagship phones like OnePlus 12 or the S24 Ultra. So you know what I'm talking about. And you know, a powerful chip on a tablet makes a lot of difference. You could be juggling through multiple apps at the same time. You can switch between them without a hiccup, and it all works really smoothly. It's also got OnePlus Open Canvas features that gives you the ability to open 3 apps side by side and work on them simultaneously. And even when it comes to gaming, it's not going to disappoint you. It's got a great response time, smooth performance, and even hyper rendering to play at high frame rates with very high quality, sharp graphics, and no heating really. You know, it's a nice and large tablet, so cooling isn't really an issue. Second, the display and sound on it. Now, before I talk about that, I do want to say that I am a little disappointed that it's not an AMOLED display. That would have completely nailed it. It's an LCD display, so it doesn't have the same punch, the colors, and the deep blacks as you get in an AMOLED display. But having said that, the display is still really good. It's 900 nits bright, so you know, outdoor visibility is quite good, if not the best. Would you have issues under very bright sunlight? Maybe a little, but most times you'll be just fine. It goes up to 144Hz, so it's really smooth. Scrolling content or just navigating on the tablet is very seamless. You will absolutely enjoy watching movies, TV shows, and YouTube videos on this, no doubt. But I have to tell you this, that even though this is a Dolby Vision HDR display, it does not support HDR titles on Netflix. That certification is missing. The other thing are the speakers. So it's got 6 speakers and they're pretty loud, decent bass, good volume, and you can hear it nice and clear even if you're in a public space. But try not to do that. It could really annoy people around you, including me. And here's the thing, even if you turn the tablet around, it will swap the left and the right speakers to align with the content. Even if you turn it, in portrait orientation, the speakers are aligned top to bottom. So that's a really nice attention to detail that OnePlus has paid to it. Third is software. And look, I'll be honest, it's not as feature loaded as, let's say, Samsung's One UI, but it's still really good. It's got a lot of features and it'll get your work done in many ways. It's running Oxygen OS, and if you've been a OnePlus user, you'll find everything very, very familiar. It's extremely customizable. You can personalize many aspects of what you see here, and it's all really smooth, okay? It's also got many gestures to smoothen your workflow, and typical things like, taking screenshots, quickly create a split screen of 2 apps, and even screen recording tools that allow you to make tutorials. You can even decide whether to record tablet sounds or your voice or both, depending on what you're trying to make. There are also some very cool ecosystem features built right into it, especially if you've got a OnePlus phone with you. So you can just tap your OnePlus phone here and your tablet and phone kind of get into sync. You'll be able to access all your phone files on the tablet itself and transfer them, and even just mirror your phone's screen on the tablet. So yeah, I think software is definitely one of the reasons to get this tablet. It's really feature loaded, and the best thing is it really works seamlessly, no issues, no hiccups, and it's all super smooth. Fourth, the design. I like the overall build quality, the slim structure, the balance, and even the form factor. It's a bit squarish like the iPad, and it's not too wide like, Samsung tablets. And that kind of makes it a much better tablet to read and browse the web. Of course, that does mean you get a bit more of the black bars around the content if you're watching something. But yeah, really thin and just a little above half a kilo, which I think is not bad for a 12.1-inch display with a body that's all metal. It's got a very smooth textured finish at the back, it's scratch resistant, and I think it projects a very premium vibe in my opinion. Also, I think tablet with very curved edges, they're very safe to move around with. Like when you take them out, they don't hit the cupboard or a door very easily. So yeah, that way they don't get scuffed too often. And lastly, it does have its own accessory ecosystem. You can separately buy the stylus and the keyboard cover to make it into a more productive, on-the-go mini laptop substitute to work on, on-the-go things like documents, presentations, and email. But I'll talk more about my experience with that shortly. Reason number 5. Phenomenal battery. So it's 9510 mAh, but it seriously goes on for quite a few days with mediocre everyday use for just a few hours if not more. In fact, OnePlus claims that it's got a 5-week standby battery, which I think is really good. It comes with its own 67-watt charger, and in just 30 minutes you get to 60% charge, which I think is quite nice and fast. And reason number 6, and you're not going to believe me, but the price. I think for under 40,000 rupees, it's really well priced and pretty good value for money. Super performance, it's great for gaming, it sounds really nice, good display, and it's backed up with a strong suite of software features geared towards getting work done. And overall, a really premium build quality as well. So I think under 40,000, it's easily one of the best Android tablets that you can get right now. Now, these were all reasons to get this tablet, but it's not perfect, right? And while I've highlighted issues as I've been talking about things why you should be getting this tablet, there are a few things that I think OnePlus could have done to make this even better. First, there is no LTE variant. And I know you can always hotspot your phone's connection to get internet, but some people just prefer LTE directly baked into it just for, seamless connectivity. Also, no microSD storage or any kind of memory expansion. Second, no AMOLED display and no HDR support or playback on Netflix. And I understand that would have raised the price of this tablet, but it could have been an option, I suppose, like a OnePlus Pad 2 Pro. Third, the stylus is not all that smooth. I mean, the note-taking experience is average and not as smooth as I've seen with Samsung's S Pen or the Apple Pencil. And it's not even included in the box like, let's say, Samsung does it. Plus, it sells for a pretty steep price. Even the keyboard accessory. See, it's nice that, the keyboard can even be disconnected, so you can just use the tablet with the back cover, which can go at pretty wide angles depending on how you want to use it. What's cool is that the keyboard is connected via Bluetooth, so you can use it even when it's not magnetically attached to the tablet. And while it works fine, I did find the keycaps to be small. So I did find myself making mistakes quite often as I was typing. And lastly, this tablet cannot be used as a second screen natively. Now I know you can download third-party apps and make it work as a second screen, but just having that functionality built in natively would have been really nice. But honestly guys, I think these are very minor nitpicking kind of things that I've done. Overall, it's a really good tablet for under 40,000 rupees. It's easily one of the best Android tablets that you can get in the market right now. So if you're really in the mood to get one, I think it's pretty good. But yeah, if you guys still have any questions or doubts, feel free to ask me in the comment section. I'll definitely help you out. And if you did enjoy watching the video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification icon, and mark all. Really helps the channel grow. I'll see you guys in the next one.